सारिका स्टडी एकेडमी। तो आज क्लास 8 का सोशल साइंस का सेमेस्टर 1 का चैप्टर नंबर 2 ब्रिटिश रूल इन इंडिया, इसका पार्ट 2 देखेंगे इस वीडियो का, ठीक है। और कंटिन्यू होने से पहले आपको बता दो, अगर वीडियो आपको पसंद आता है तो लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करोगे तो आपको इसके जो भी मैं वीडियो डालूंगी उसका नोटिफिकेशन आ जाएगा, ठीक है। और वीडियो पसंद आया तो जल्दी से लाइक कीजिएगा, ठीक है। और अपने फ्रेंड सर्कल को भी ये लिंक इस वीडियो की लिंक आप व्हाट्सएप द्वारा भेज सकते हो, ठीक है। तो हमारा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन 5, आंसर द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन इन 1 or 2 सेंटेंसेस, ठीक है। तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, हु वॉज मेड द नवाब ऑफ बंगाल बाय द ब्रिटिश आफ्टर रिमूविंग मीर जफर। तो इसका सही आंसर है, आफ्टर रिमूविंग मीर जफर द ब्रिटिश डिक्लेयर्ड मीर कासिम एज द नवाब ऑफ बंगाल। क्वेश्चन 5 का क्वेश्चन 2 है, ऑन विच पॉइंट डिड मीर कासिम हैव अ डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन विद द ब्रिटिश। द आंसर इज मीर कासिम हैड अ डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन विद द ब्रिटिश अबाउट कैरिंग आउट टैक्स फ्री ट्रेड इन बंगाल। क्वेश्चन 5 का क्वेश्चन 3 है, when did British political rule start in India? The answer is the Mughal emperor have the Diwani rights to the East India Company on 12th August 1765. This was the moment when British political rules started in India. The British became the real ruler of Bengal with the power. Question 5 का question 4 है, during the time of which Governor General was permanent settlement introduced in India. The answer is the permanent settlement was introduced in India during Governor General Lord Cornwallis time. Question 5 का question 5 है, the victory of which war gave the British the power to collect revenue in Bengal. The answer is after the victory of the Battle of Buxar in 1764 AD, the British gained the power to collect land revenue in Bengal. क्वेश्चन 5 का क्वेश्चन 6 है, हु वेयर एक्सप्लॉयटेड ड्यू टू द परमानेंट सेटलमेंट सिस्टम। वाई? द आंसर इज द फार्मर वेयर एक्सप्लॉयटेड ड्यू टू द परमानेंट सेटलमेंट सिस्टम बिकॉज farmers had to compulsory pay the land revenue decided by the landlord. This landlord would practice atrocities on farmer to collect their revenue. Question 7, question 5 का question 7 है, what was the result of the permanent settlement system? The answer is many protests of farmer took place in Bengal due to the permanent settlement act. Bengal, which was known as the storehouse, was rendered empty and impoverished. 5 का question 8 है, who introduced the Rayatwari system? The answer is the government of Chennai, Madras. Thomas Munro introduced the Rayatwari system. 5 का question 9 है, when and where was the Rayatwari system introduced? The answer is Rayatwari system was introduced in Mumbai and Madras, Chennai in 1820 AD. Question 5 का question 10 है, what was the main provision of the Rayatwari system? The answer is the main provision of the Rayatwari system was the person who tended the land, that is the farmer, was made the owner of the land and he had to pay tax to the government as per the condition laid down by the government. Question 5 का question 11 है, who introduced the Mahalwari system? When? The answer is the Mahalwari system was introduced in 1822 AD by a British officer named Holt Mackenzie. Question 5 का question 12 है, where in India was the Mahalwari system implemented? The answer is the Mahalwari system was first implemented in the northwest region and the certain areas of central India. Question 5 का question 13 है, what according to the Mahalwari system was the unit of revenue? The answer is according to the Mahalwari system the unit of revenue was not the farm of farmer but the entire land of the village or group of village. Question 5 का 14 question है, what was the result of the basic changes made by the British in the land system of India? The answer is due to the basic changes made by the British in the land system of India, stability, self-reliance, independence and continuity of village were destroyed. Question 5 का 15 question है, which product did the British commercialize? The answer is the British mainly commercialized product like indigo, cotton, raw silk, ओपियम, पेपर, etc. क्वेश्चन 5 का 16 क्वेश्चन है, फ्रॉम विच कंट्रीज डिड रॉ सिल्क रिच इंग्लैंड ड्यूरिंग द 18th century? द आंसर इज ड्यूरिंग द 18th century रॉ सिल्क यूज्ड टू रिच इंग्लैंड फ्रॉम स्पेन एंड इटली. क्वेश्चन 5 का 17 क्वेश्चन है, व्हाट वाज द स्पेशलिटी ऑफ इंडियन इंडिको? द आंसर इज द स्पेशलिटी ऑफ इंडियन इंडिको वाज दैट its color looked very bright even on cotton clothes. No other indigo colored clothes so brightly. Question 18, how was indigo cultivated and sold in the niche tradition? The answer is, for the niche tradition farmers would use their own pluck, oxen and tools to cultivate and produce indigo. When the crop was ready, it would be harvested and taken straight to factories. Question 19 है, how was the indigo cultivated and sold in the रियायती tradition? The answer is, for the रियायती tradition a farmer would cultivate indigo on his land and once the crop was ready he would sell it to the factory owner at whatever was the fixed rate. For this tradition the factory owner used to give a loan to the farmer. Question 20, which tribal group lived in India in the 19th century? The answer is tribal group known as Khon, Santhal, Munda, Koya, Kol, Gond, Bhil, Van, Gujjar, Lamdi, Gaddi, Bakarwal, etc. lived in India in the 19th century. When was Birsa Munda born? What were his parents' name? The answer is, Birsa Munda was born on 15th November 1875. His mother's name was Kami Mundaina and his father's name was Sugana Munda. Page number 24. Answer the following question briefly. First question, what were the provision of the parliament settlement system? The answer is, the provision of the permanent settlement were as follow. First, landlord were land owners and were given the right to collect land revenue. They had to work as the agent of the government. Second, the landlord had to pay 9 parts of the revenue collected to the British and keep the 10th part as their remuneration for the work done. Question 2, what is shifting agriculture? The answer is, many tribes practice shifting agriculture. In the dense forest they lived in, they would clear forest land by cutting some trees and removing grass. They burned the cut trees and grass and spread the ashes on the ground so that the soil become fertile once again with the potash in the ashes. Once the crop was grown and fertility of that land decreased, they shifted from there to a new rain. They would cultivate crops in the new place. In the same way, once again, this type of farming is known as shifting agriculture. Question 6 का question third है, how were the farmers exploited in the permanent settlement system? The answer is, the farmer were exploited due to the Permanent Settlement Act because farmer had to compulsory pay the land revenue decided by the landlord whether there was a harvest or not. These landlords would practice atrocities on farmers to collect their revenue. This is how farmers were exploited due to the Permanent Settlement Act. This mentioned had truly proved to be a course for farmers. Question 6 का question 4 है, why did the demand for Indian indigo increase in the European countries? The answer is, indigo was used to dye cotton cloth. The special character of Indian indigo was that its color shone very brightly even on cotton cloth. No other indigo colored with cloth shine so brightly. Up to 1790 AD, European countries used to get their supply of indigo from the Caribbean countries. Since indigo production reduced in the Caribbean countries, the demand for Indian indigo increased in the European market. Question 7, page number 25. Give historical reason for the following statement. First, Bengal, which was known as the storehouse, was rendered empty and impoverished. The answer is the farmer was exploited due to the Permanent Settlement Act, because farmer had to compulsory pay the land revenue decided by the landlord. So whether there was a good harvest or not, the farmer had to pay the fixed amount to the landlord. This landlord would practice atrocities on farmers to collect their revenue. Farmers were exploited to the great extent due to permanent settlement. Rich landlord would buy land from the impoverished farmer. As a result, a large number of farmers become landless laborer. The British government did not take any steps to ensure the progress of agriculture or farmers. Agriculture production decreased in Bengal. So Bengal, which was known as the storehouse at one time, was rendered empty and impoverished. Question 7 का question 2 है, the British government arrest Birsa Munda. The answer is during the revolution, Birsa urged the people of his tribe to live according to their proud past and to settle in one place for farming. The Munda tribes used to listen to and follow whatever Birsa said. The British were afraid that due to Birsa's revolt, the tribal people would establish Munda Raj under the leadership of Birsa. In the reign around Chotanagar, when the effect of Birsa revolt spread, the British arrested Birsa in 1895 AD after falsely accusing him of creating hindrance in the management of the state by the government. Question 8. Write a short notes. First, permanent settlement. The answer is permanent settlement was introduced in 1793 AD during the time of Lord Cornwallis. According to permanent settlement, a landlords were landowner and were given the right to collect land revenue. They had to work as the agents of the government. The landlord had to pay 9 parts of the revenue collected to the British and keep the 10th part as their remuneration for the work done. The farmer were exploited due to the Permanent Settlement Act because farmer had to compulsory pay the land revenue decided by the landlord. These landlords would practice atrocities on farmers to collect their revenue because landlords had to compulsorily deposit the amount fixed according to the deal in the coffers of the government. In spite of this, permanent settlement was partial to landlords. In the beginning, landlord bore the brunt and paid the due revenue. The government confiscated the land of the landlords who were unable to do so. As time passed, landlords started buying land. As a result, farmers become landless laborer. The government had no interest in the progress of agriculture or farmers. Thus, farmers were exploited due to permanent settlement. Bengal, which was known as the storehouse, was rendered empty and impoverished. Due to dissatisfaction among farmers, there were widespread revolt in Bengal. Question 8 का second short note से Birsa Munda. The answer is Birsa Munda started the Algolan movement for the upliftment of the Indian tribal society. Birsa Munda was born on 15th November 1875. His mother's name was Karmi Mundania and his father's name was Sugama Munda. Birsa Munda's childhood was spent in grazing sheep and goat, playing the flute and playing in the arena by fighting mock wrestling matches due to poverty in the family. Birsa Munda spent his childhood constantly migrating with his father. However, Birsa took education in local missionary school. Birsa had heard stories about the struggle between the Munda people and the Kus in his childhood. At a young age, Birsa engaged in the work for the upliftment of the tribal society. He wore the janoi. He had worked with the people who followed and spread the Vaishnav religion. As a youth, Birsa started working for the upliftment of the tribal people. Exploitation of the tribal people by the pro-British money lenders, the Zagirdars and landlords had reached its extreme limit. All this had a profound effect on Birsa Munda. He led the mass movement of Algulan, which was started against this exploitation in 1895 AD. The widespread impact of this movement on about 400 square miles of the Chota Nagpur region of South Bihar. The Munda tribes claimed that Chota Nagpur belonged to them. They claimed that the East India Company had taken away their traditional rights and made them forced laborer. In the mass movement, Birsa called on the people of his tribe to give up drinking alcohol, to keep their house and village clean, to not believe in witchcraft. He urged the Mundas to live according to their glorious past and to stay in one place and do cultivation. The British were afraid of the Birsa movement. The tribes wanted to establish Munda Raj under the leadership of the Birsa Munda. When the agitation spread, the British falsely accused him of obstructing the administration and arrested Birsa in 1895 AD. Birsa Munda, ये बिरसा मुंडा है. 2 years later, Birsa Munda was released from prison in 1897. He rejoined the public awareness movement. He strengthened the white flagged Birsa Raj and movement against the Dikus and the Europeans. The Birsa Munda movement slowed down after the death of Birsa in 1900 AD. ठीक है, तो ये पेज नंबर 27 पे एक्टिविटी है. तो यहाँ पे ये हमारा लेसन यहीं पे ख़त्म होता है इस वीडियो में. अगर वीडियो पसंद आता है तो लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब कीजिए. थैंक यू.